So I was browsing this very unpopular fringe subreddit called r/dank memes. Now, if you haven't heard of it, you're probably not an epic Keanu Reeves, Big Chungus, Wholesome 100, epic pro gamer, and you probably have small PP. And honestly, yeah, edit, thanks for the gold, kind stranger. So the meme goes something like this. Got top text, why you're related to everybody else. And then down here, we've got Spaceman meme. Always has been. Wait, it's all Alabama. Yeah, I mean, I did laugh a bit. It got a light sort of chuckle out of me, so I'm gonna give it an upvote. Is it funny though? I don't know, man. Fuck. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and it has to do with social media, right? So you guys know, like, TikTok's probably gonna get banned in the United States because of its spyware, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something else, and which is probably unrelated to this whole thing, but it just, this whole incident really sparked my thought, and I'd really like to bring this up on the channel because I feel like it's important, something we need to talk about and address, something that's often overlooked by many people. And it's the negative effects that social media might have or has had on us, individuals, society. And one of the things that right off the bat just come to my mind is anxiety, right? So many teenagers nowadays, so many people my age, right? I'm a teenager, 17 years old, are going through a lot of mental illnesses, right? Going through a lot of phases of depression because of social media. Not because of it, but it's probably plays a huge factor. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not like debasing the value of social media, because as a tool, it is something great. It brings people from all walks of life together, and that's something I find to be incredible. And people can cooperate. You can talk to your family member who's like miles away from you, like in a different continent, and but we also have to look at the negatives, the drawbacks of prolonged social media use. And so let me talk about anxiety. So you guys know, you've probably heard this a lot. It's like, how like you look at social media, you open up Instagram, whatever, you see people's posts, stacking up after one another on your never-ending feed. And you probably see like, this person's at the beach, they're getting a tan, and the other person, he's hiking in the Alps, and that other person, she's opening her cake business or whatever, right? Or her bakery. And you just look at all these posts and you're like, what the heck am I doing with my life? And your life doesn't have to be good or bad. It can be anyone's life, right? We humans, we're gonna compare, right? When we see so many of these posts together of people just sharing the best highlights of their lives, we quickly assume that, oh, that's how they live, although that's probably not the reality for 99% of the people who are on social media. How have we got to this point? How have we gotten to this point? It's weird, right? I was prone to this as well, and I still am. So whenever I see like people just having fun, I quickly compare myself. Make comparisons, always comparisons after comparison. And it's like there's no solution to it but to not look at that thing. So back in 11th grade, which was last year, I watched a lot of self-improvement stuff, right? I really got into this field, which right now, like, a lot of it is misinformation, but a lot of it is good. So like, it's pick and choose for me right now, but back then I was gobbling up the content. And one of the things that really caught my attention was this idea of a social media detox. Now, when I first heard of this, I was really like, wow, I need this. And a lot of people, I told my friends about it, right? And then they started ridiculing me for even pushing forward that idea. Like, how about I take a break from social media? Let's see what happens. So I took a break from social media for a very long time. So it was an on and off thing. So maybe 1 month I'd go without any of the apps, social media apps, and then the other, it was alternating. But at one point I did the full thing, the 1 month thing. I don't know, it's probably 1 month if I remember correctly. Just correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, it sort of taught me how to live with my own thoughts, right? First of all, it was a social media, like this phone, right? It's a source of distraction. So whenever you're feeling stressed, whenever you're feeling in pain, right? When you're in pain, just open up the thing and boom, you can see a lot of good things. Relieve the pain. It relieves the pain. That's what it does. It was getting dark outside, so I had to turn on the lights. Anyway, so my point is that social media, first of all, it acts as a distraction. Second of all, it acts as a way to people on the social media apps, they're like a point of reference against which you compare your life to. And yeah, so you compare your life, your achievements. You're always doing this, even if you're not aware of it. And it just really screws up your mind. It screws up everything. You start to you feel paralyzed. You're like, I can't do anything. Look at all these people. So you end up really getting nothing done, and it sucks, dude. So I went on this detox, right? And immediately I started noticing that, wow, I have a lot of freedom. I have a lot of things to do. First of all, it saved up a lot of time, right? It made me live with my thoughts, and coupled with things like meditation, it was OP. Such a good combination. It was like, I have these thoughts, I go meditate, and boom, all the thoughts start flowing in my brain. Nothing's being left out, no distractions. It's so damn good, right? And I feel like, when I went on that detox, it really made me realize how pointless this social media thing is. How much of a facade it is, and if you see through it, you probably won't like it. The only thing I use social media for now is to promote my brand, which is my YouTube channel. Now, YouTube is a social media app, but it's kind of different. It's not like the same thing, so it's different. It's got you're not really posting 24/7. You're making edited videos. You're talking about important things, playing games. It's not really the same, unless you're one of those fake, I don't know, like Kim Kardashian or something. You go on YouTube and you're like, hey guys, it's me, your boy, and now I'm gonna show you my my $5 million house. Man, I don't want people to think I'm jealous, oh, you got the house, man, it's so sweet, I'm so jealous. But no, that's not. It's just sometimes it's fake. You can really tell when it's fake. And yeah, so YouTube is different, and the only thing I really use social media for now is to promote my brand. And maybe occasionally I'll make a post of myself just for fun. I don't think about the likes or anything. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you, in today's world, having a presence, at least not even 10 followers, 5 followers and 1 post, having that is necessary to kinda not be a creep in today's society. It's the way it works now, unfortunately. Well, not really. I mean, there are a lot of things that have come out of social media, but you kind of have to have like somewhat of a presence, or people will think you're like Joe from the show You, like Joe Goldberg or something. Yeah, it's like it gives off those vibes. And you know, a lot of you probably don't care what people think. I mean, that's the right mindset to have, but only to a certain degree. Now, let me explain. So, because like, yeah, a lot of people say like, oh, I don't care what people think about me. That's good, right? But you gotta care what people think about you to a certain extent, and you might do that. You might care about what people think without actually realizing it. And that's when you have to acknowledge that people's thoughts, judgments on you sometimes matter. Certain judgments do, others don't. Like people, oh, you look ugly, you know, when someone says, oh, you look ugly, you look like my flaccid dick, that's like, you don't give a crap about that. But if someone really wants you to improve in your life, someone's giving you like constructive criticism, that's when you start taking it more seriously, and that's when you maybe consider what they're saying, right? What the other party is saying to you. And yeah, that's all, I guess. That's all I have to talk about social media. And I really wanted to focus on just the detriments, the effects that social media has had on us, our generation. And you know, like anxiety for one. We are always anxious. We want to get the likes. How can I appeal to my followers? What should I do to look good, right? That's the wrong type of caring about what people think. And also FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. That's something that a lot of us have felt, and have felt in a very sort of intense way. Like the effect of FOMO was always there in human nature. It's innate, right? But social media has like amplified that effect. It's insane now. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like your friends go out to a restaurant, to the club or something, and they don't invite you, and you're like, really, dude? I mean, you sort of feel like just this feeling, like this gut, it's like this painful, stinging, almost like ice, right? Ice piercing, like spikes of ice piercing your stomach. That's what it feels like, FOMO, right? And that's, with social media, that's like insane. And honestly, getting away from social media has sort of mitigated that for me. It made it less of an issue. Now I don't really stay on social media apps for too long. I just check for maybe 5 minutes every few hours, and that's pretty much all. I'm not trying to become an influencer, and that's not my goal. I just want to talk and have fun and have a YouTube channel, I guess. But yeah, that wraps it up for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you later. Goodbye.